Hello everybody. We have Friday's filler video for you guys. I will start off lighthearted because we're going to move into Rivian's earnings report, Q3. But we'll start this video off with rowing practice. We had a Friday fun day. We competed in relay races to do 10Ks. My team, of course, won. So that was fun. Now that that's out of the way, I will go over Rivian's Q3 earnings report. So, with the good news, they reaffirmed their target to have a gross profit per vehicle by the fourth quarter. So that's next quarter, presumptively. This quarter, they were losing around 45K per vehicle. Now, the likelihood of them actually realizing that goal of having the gross profit, I see it as not a guarantee, not close to being a guarantee. Um, their reasoning for being able to do it was increasing revenue per unit. So if you make more money per car, then the expense that you're going to have is going to be, that was a bad way to say it. As you make more money per car, you increase your margins that you have on the cars without having to decrease the expenses. So there's that. They're also talking about lowering the variable cost, largely through the new second-gen R1 platform, all new parts, well, not all new for everything, but a lot of new parts, new negotiations for certain parts. So how much of an effect will that make? I don't know. They have to clear 45,000, so we'll see. Also, changes to the manufacturing process to make things more efficient. Again, sounds good, but will that make that much of a difference? I do not know. Every single one of these factors will have to make a $15,000 difference. So if revenue per unit increases by 15K, that helps. Variable cost decreases by 15K, that helps. And the manufacturing changes, if that decreases the cost by 15K, then that'll make that $45,000 difference in margin. But that is a big gap to fill, especially by next quarter. So we will see. They say that they have the plan. RJ is an MIT kid, so he probably knows a lot more about this stuff than I do. But that's their plan. Other good news, OPEX was $777 million. Quarters before, they were averaging about $1 billion of OPEX, so I like to see that savings of $230 million. One, that shows how serious they are about driving towards having free cash flow as an entire company. Also, it shows that they have a lot more way to go, I think. If they can cut out 230 million by the quarter, imagine how much they can cut out over a few more quarters. So that helps. They talked about a headwind they had with a component that's in the Enduro motors. Again, I'm not very sure about the mechanics of all the vehicles. I'm not an engineering student. But they said that that affected production, which I believe is very difficult to manufacture cars. There are so many pieces that need to come together all at once in order to make a car drive, run, make it nice, etc. So, what will I do based off all this information? So, last I checked, Rivian shares with $10 a piece, which is about a $10.5 billion market cap. They reaffirmed their, not reaffirmed, they, how do I say this? They outlined their deal with Volkswagen more in detail of being able to have an extra $5 billion of cash. And the shareholder letter mentioned that that would be able to fund them through the production of R2. So if they don't need any funding from now until they launch R2, that would be great. Not sure how reliable that is, but we'll go with it. What else? Headwinds from the Enduro part. Volkswagen. What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? What else? Day share component. Oh, they also said that they anticipated some challenges in customer demand in the near term, which is worrisome because back when EVs were the hottest thing around, there was no problem with demand, and now we're in a completely different environment where the demand is tough. Tesla is having to cut back on their prices, create way more incentives just to sell the same amount of cars that they were selling before. They are no longer sold out. There's no longer a wait list. You can buy it. You can go to Tesla store and buy one right now. It's kind of the situation for all EVs. It's kind of the situation for the hype around the sector. I'm still extremely bullish of over the long term, but that is currently what's happening in the short term. So back to the share price, $10 per share. They are seemingly confident that they can hit their gross profit target by next quarter. If I do get in at $10 a share for more shares, and they do get that gross profit target reached, we could be sitting pretty nicely. I don't know what would happen to the share price if they announced that they were profitable on all of their vehicles. But I imagine that it would sound pretty good amongst all the headlines. So I will ponder on that and probably add more to that on the next video. We'll see. Anyways, good night.